And thank you, everyone, for your attention to her.
Good morning. My parents named me Sherry McMillan, and Master G named me Sian Singh. My topic is universal compassion. So compassion seems very simple. We see someone is hurt and we feel compassion. If we see a child fall down and cut their knee, we all feel compassion and we all want to comfort them. But what about when we see someone we don't like fall down? Sometimes people feel a little glee if they see a model on a catwalk fall down and they laugh instead of feeling compassion for her. How do you feel when someone in a foreign land is angry at your country? Do you feel compassion for him because he is suffering and this has led him to anger, which is going to make him suffer even more? Do you feel superior to a poor person? You may see a homeless person on the street. Instead of feeling a friendly compassion to him as an equal who is suffering, do you feel a pity for it as someone who is lower than you who is suffering? It can be difficult in these instances to feel true compassion for people because we feel they are different from us, they are attacking us, or they are maybe not as good for us. So to develop universal compassion for everyone, we have to overcome these feelings we have of distance to others and difference from others. Of course, the ultimate way to do this is to realize emptiness and become a Buddha. And we probably can't all do that right this moment. So there are some other things we can do to try to help us feel compassion for others. I have a daughter, many of you have met, and when she was very little, I used to tell her every night, I love you all the time, no matter what. I love you if you're angry, I love you if you're sad, I love you when I am angry, I love you when I am sad. Because we do this for our children, we love them no matter what. And one night she asked me, what about when I die? And I said, what? I said, what about when I die? Will you still love me if I die? Or if you die? And this struck me in my mind very strongly as I realized, of course, Buddhism teaches rebirth. So when we go on and become someone else, or our loved one becomes someone else, do we still love them? No, because they become a stranger to us. We'll walk right past them on the street if we meet them in another life. So it's like bricks breaking in my head. I realized we really have to develop universal compassion because we can't even really love the ones we think we love. Because when they change, we might not love them anymore. So how can we practice on this even though we aren't as good at it as the Buddha? Well, when we see someone and we start to feel like we don't quite have good compassion for them, we can stop and remember something about someone similar to us. For instance, when we see that angry person complaining about America, or someone complaining about Buddhists, or someone complaining about white people, or someone complaining about Asian people, or someone complaining about something that makes us upset because we feel like they're attacking us. Maybe we can remember a relative of ours. I think we all probably have a relative, an uncle or a cousin who has politics we don't like. But if he were hurt or suffering, we would still help him. If he were in the hospital, we would still probably go visit him. If he were sick, we might bring him food. So when you see this person whose views you can't stand, just remember he is probably someone's uncle, someone's cousin, and he has developed these views, this hatred. We can still feel compassion for him because he's still a human being, just like our uncle whom we have to deal with. And when we see a person who seems beneath us, just remember that one time, this homeless person, this mentally ill person, sometimes they were someone's beautiful baby. Someone was very proud of them, and they have fallen into difficulty. And just think, what if this were my child? How would I feel if I saw my child homeless on the street, mentally ill? So if we can work this way, trying to view everyone as our mother, our child, our friend, we can work towards developing real compassion and take steps towards having universal compassion towards all beings. Thank you.